Hello again and welcome back to another one, and today we have a couple of topics to cover. From one that shows that the Eminem Stan documentary is on the way and is set to premiere in a couple of weeks. More on this in a moment. And today we also have one that shows Ice-T give Eminem a shout out that sparked reactions from Eminem's manager and even King Crooked, and we'll expand on this in a moment. And we also have one that shows the Eminem Complex skit won an award, and if you recall, a few weeks back we covered a story of El Jamar going head to head with a professor on if the earth is flat, and now we got another rapper speak on the subject matter, and this time we got Wiz Khalifa, who looks to share beliefs with El Jamar when it comes to this topic, and it sparked split reactions as expected. And we also have another one from Lil Wayne, who revealed his top 7 rappers using a football format, and at the latter part of the video we have an interesting conversation when fans were asked about if they would support Eminem if he was pulling some of the stunts that we've seen from Kanye West, and we will get to this later in the video. And as usual, if you'd like to support the content, consider joining the channel, and remember hitting the like button and dropping a comment also counts as support. And today we will be starting with the latest update on the Stan documentary that's co-produced by Eminem, and we got an update on this from My London, and it goes: Eminem's co-produced film to open London South by Southwest Festival. The inaugural South by Southwest London Screen Festival will open its 6-day run in June with the world premiere of a film co-produced by Eminem. And for those of you who missed this report from a few months back, check it out from the report. Stan's premiering at the festival on June 2nd delves into the relationship between an artist and their fan base, with the title referencing the obsessed fan from Eminem's song Stan. The festival promises 12 world premieres and 30 UK premieres alongside panels, talks, and screenings. And we got this update over a year since it was announced back in February 2024 when we found out that Eminem was set to co-produce Stans. And moving on to the next point, Eminem won a Webby Awards a few hours ago that was up for public votes when the Slim Shady vs Marshall Mathers The Face Off was nominated for Social, Experimental, Innovation, and Viral Webby Awards. And a few hours ago we found out that it turned out to be the winner, even winning over the likes of the Fenty Skin campaign. And we even got a reaction from Paul Rosenberg, Eminem's manager, a few hours ago. Check it out. Nice work, Noah and Complex team. Special shouts to Jimmy and the man, James Larice. And with the way things have been going over the last few days, you would think Eminem was at the NBA playoffs the way he's gone 0 dark 30. And in response to Paul Rosenberg, some have expanded. When will Eminem post? And as far as I know, he's yet to even post about his sobriety anniversary that was on 4/20. And moving on to the next point, we got Ice-T with a throwback post a few hours ago that goes: who knows this guy? I think he may have a future in hip-hop. He's really good at Eminem. And while fans kept the jokes going with takes like, heard his demo tape yesterday, I think you're right about him, he might be able to make it someday. And more on this note, yeah, I've heard of him. White kid, talks fast, kind of angry. If he plays his cards right, he might just make a name for himself, maybe even win a Grammy or 15, laughing emoji. And clearly some fans are still salty about the rapper, as this got responses like, I've lost a lot of faith in Eminem, he is influential in my work, lately he is not the same. And while this sparked responses like, he's exactly the same, you haven't listened to his recent albums or collab, so just know it. But apparently users got the wrong idea of what this fan was talking about, as they expanded. A king that never leaves his castle to meet his people. Eminem doesn't tour, just sits at home. A person can be more. And this is a classic case of not gonna lie, they had us in the first half. And Paul Rosenberg looks to be active on social media over the last few hours as he responded to Ice-T's post with, he's alright, to which King Crooked reacted, I think you should sign him. And if you've been following our videos lately, you know Paul Rosenberg has been getting a lot of criticism from some fans, so suffice to say that in 2025, not everyone would approve of this take from King Crooked. And moving on to the next point, it looks like the list of rappers who believe the earth is flat keeps growing by the day, as we already covered one that got social media rolling between El Jamar and a professor on YouTube that goes by Professor Dave, when we got some classic clips of El Jamar losing his cool and crashing out on a live stream.
Wait, I want you all to talk.
First of all, this guy came out real disrespectful, talk about the stupidest. Like if he was in this room, I'd be smacking the out of him right now. First of all, okay. Right, sir? You know that, right?
What you say to the
you know that, right?
The entire body.
buoyancy, there's a buoyant force, but it has gravity in the equation. Buoyancy only exists when gravity exists.
When gravity, the secret sauce.
Here's the problem with your density. Why do things fall down to the ground?
Because they're heavy. Because they have density. That's why.
What is heavy? What is weight? Do you even know what weight is?
Oh my
What's weight? Tell me the definition of weight.
It's your fucking head on your fucking shoulders, you head.
Someone a little sassy because he doesn't know the answer to the question. So the sun's right up there in the sky, right? So why can't we go up and see it? Why doesn't it appear to get
there's
larger
videos of people where they are actually above the sun in planes and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a video where people are above the sun. Is that right? Or are you completely full of
Nope.
Boy.
And now we have more from the Joe Budden podcast that shows Wiz Khalifa also believes the same. Check out a snippet.
Is the earth round?
I would say no.
What shape is it?
I just believe that we live on a flat plane. Yeah, like a huge flat plane. Yeah. It's only because I've traveled so much and I see like...
Did you ever get to the edge of the earth?
Nah.
Okay.
It's not that. There's more, I think that there's more masses than just what we see.
Just the earth.
Because if this rug was the world, we would probably be like over there somewhere, and then there's just way more
other shit that we haven't discovered.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I think. Because when I travel, the routes that we take and how we do it, it's not possible to go up and down. You're just going straight.
I never thought about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You like that?
Of course you're right.
You can say it for a second, just for a second.
No, it's fine.
And I never looped around. I never was on one place and then went to the other coast from that place. You always go the long way. Like how
they talk about emergency landings and shit. Mm-hmm. The emergency landings don't really be what would make sense if you was looking at the map. I don't want to fight.
Somebody give me an edible.
I would love, man. So why are we talking about conspiracy?
Yeah.
And this sparked reactions all over the place, as on one end, some believe that the people who believe the current model are idiots. Check this out. Dudes will call Wiz Khalifa stupid for logical reasoning as to why he thinks the earth is flat. But dudes will believe this is what's happening every day and can't feel or see no actual evidence of it outside of a textbook is comical. And when I say the reactions are all over the place, some have expanded with, he needs to be on the next space trip with Katy, skull and laughing emojis. And this is in reference to the recent trip that showed Katy Perry, Gayle King among others, take the Blue Origin space flight. And some users have now tagged Jeff Bezos with takes like, hey, at Jeff Bezos, take this stupid dude up with Blue Origin. And Wiz Khalifa's take has now led some to conclude, intelligence and success clearly doesn't coincide. Maybe that's mean, but damn, how can someone still believe this in 2025? Facepalm emoji. And some users have flipped the debate on its head with questions like, I got a genuine question. Why does it matter? I don't understand why we tend to care about this conversation. And this is one I'll throw over to you guys in the comment section. Share your answers below, as some have expanded. My whole thing is some conspiracies make sense, but they have nothing to gain by lying about the shape of the earth. And moving on to the next point, we got Lil Wayne list his top 7 rappers using a football format, and we found out about this on the Travis Hunter show. Check out a snippet of how it went.
If you could put together a 7-on-7 football team made of entirely of rappers, who on your squad?
No positions yet, so.
Yeah, no positions yet.
Jay-Z, he on the squad, Jay on the squad. I don't know if he coach or something. We need a veteran. We need a proven star, a proven superstar. That would be my man, Aubrey Graham. Cause he could play both sides of the ball. Now he could sing and rap. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He can sing. Now we need somebody. We need somebody that can move. Now we need somebody that can move. So we're going with you say rappers though, right?
Yep.
I'm going with. Now this ain't the mover. This ain't the guy that can move or nothing like that. But I'm going with Kiss. Yeah, I think you be like, I know that ain't Aubrey and Kiss. What Jay doing back there? So can do they have to be alive?
No. Your move.
I'm going with Biggie.
Biggie. Yeah. Biggie.
I'm going with Biggie.
Yeah, your team gonna be
stacked. I'm going with Biggie. So now we gotta hit you with that wild card. We going with just that wild card. I'm going with J. Cole.
Oh, okay, Cole. I like that one.
Okay, yeah.
I like that one.
Cold World. Yeah, he gonna keep the ship steady when we got the hot heads tripping. Cole gonna come in there with some speech that we all gonna pay attention to. And then so for my 7th pick, my last pick, we going with
You go ball threat. Let me see. Oh, shady.
That's money right there. They ain't gonna believe in Slim Shady. They try to play him stupid.
Gonna be Slim Shady. Cause I mean no race shit, but you gotta have a nice white boy at cornerback. I'm sorry. He could also be the kicker. You never know how we rock.
Slim Shady gonna go crazy.
It was hard to leave Missy. So if I got a bench, then Missy on the bench. Missy Elliott, she coming in as my emergency player because she could do everything. She could sing, dance, and rap.
Yeah. That's what you need.
And produce.
So apart from his Young Money team, he's got rappers like Jay-Z, Jadakiss, B.I.G., Eminem, and even Missy on his team. Quite the star-studded list, but what are your thoughts on his lineup? And moving on to the next point, we got an interesting question that was posed to fans on Reddit a few hours ago that goes: would anyone support Eminem if he was right-wing, Kanye level of right-wing? Just curious. And this sparked some interesting reactions, as on one end, some expanded, I still listen to Ye's older music, but hate him as a person. If Eminem did something similar, I'd probably treat it the same way. And as you'd see, most of these takes reflect what's going on right now. As another user expanded, I will still listen to Eminem no matter what, as long as he touches everything but little kids.
Give me your phone.
And some expanded, man, that would be so sad. Would he still be my favorite artist? And more on this note, yes, I would listen. And yes, I think he would still be very popular, even though being on the internet makes you think different. The majority of people don't tie their viewing or listening habits to politics. I watch movies, TV shows, listen to music, watch sports, etc. that I enjoy, not due to their political views or commentary. And for some users, it is a flat out no. Kanye level, no. But we also should remember that 50 Cent is right-wing. He just doesn't make it his entire thing / let it bleed into his music. And this is what I was talking about from earlier, because as far as we know, while millions of people are condemning Kanye West on social media, it turns out that the data shows they are still listening to his music, because as of yesterday, these were the top rappers on Spotify based on streams. Drake at number 1, Kendrick, Travis Scott, Playboi Carti, Kanye West, Future, Eminem, Tyler the Creator, Metro Boomin, and Juice WRLD. These were the top 10 rappers. So like some users pointed out, it turns out that most music fans are still listening to the music regardless. But to be honest, something tells me that Eminem wouldn't be able to get away with what Kanye's gotten away with. Like, imagine the commentary from hip-hop outlets, especially the likes of Dr. Umar, El Jamar, Benzino, including the likes of Rolling Stone, Billboard, and all their staff writers. Like, it would be World War III. But that will be all for today, and I'll be looking forward to your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe for more, and see you on the next one.